popped.
Well, okay then. It wasn't being consistent. All right. Well, yeah, that's what I get for trying to use old batteries, right? Hello, I'm Odin, and welcome to the Patreon portion, the Patreon member-only portion of the Odin Makes live stream. It's Sunday, it's December 17th, and I was going to be here today with Felicia to do a live stream, but at the last minute found out that Felicia couldn't make it today. It had issues at home. It was best to stay at home. She's fine. Everyone at home is fine, but it was best to not come in, so she didn't. I was just playing around trying to see if I couldn't get my body pack to work, and it's not. It was being sporadic. So I won't wear the microphone I usually wear, which I thought I could when I'm making videos. Instead, I'll just be using the microphone that we usually use for doing live streams because it's working for me. So I guess I'm not using this guy. Oh well. Wasn't going to be walking around a whole lot today anyway. This is going to be fun because I'm by myself again, and I have found that doing live streams, I do a bit better having someone else to bounce off of, right? Gives you a chance to shut up. Gives you a chance to pull away a little bit, think about what you're doing, and then come back with something else, as well as gives me the ability to actually work on something while someone else is paying attention to chat, or vice versa. All those things aren't going to be here today. So the stream might be a little different because it's going to be just me, but that's okay because I do have all of you. Hello, Marvel Guy. Hello, Dan Does Junk. Who else is here right now? Will Connors is here. Steve D is here. Shady is here. And hey, Shady, guess what? There's no box for me to trip over anymore. Audio's all good. Good. Ad for Wix. Oh, okay. Shady got an ad for Wix, and I know Dan Does Junk got an ad for Pixel 8. For those of you in the future, when we're talking about ads in the chat, if you're looking at the chat, it's just interesting to see what adverts pop up because unfortunately I got to monetize the streams. It's not fun. It's not fair, but sure does help me on my end, and I really appreciate everyone who is watching and watches through these adverts because it makes a difference for me. All right, just making sure on. I got messages coming at me from a couple of different places. There we go. All righty. Yes, Shock Gremlin's here, excellent. And yeah, Dan Does Junk says, I hope you're doing well, Steve D. And yeah, agreed. I hope you're doing better, Steve D. Because last week, Steve D went into the hospital to have one of his knees looked at. And while he was there, the doctor decided, I'm not happy with how the other knee is doing, so we'll go ahead and poke around there too. So Steve woke up to both knees having been worked on. Hopefully he's better, stronger, and faster, but we're not sure yet. Let's see. One of the things that Felicia and I had talked about potentially doing today was for me to climb up there, which you can't see, and dig around and try and find the Alice packs. And I had brought the laptop as a way of tying into my phone using Google Meet or Zoom or something. So I would have the phone as a remote camera. That's what we did for the Halloween stream a while ago. It worked really well. It's also why I was wearing the body pack mic. Turns out, she can't make it, and I gotta admit, I don't have the ladder set up, which requires me dragging in a 10-foot ladder in order to get up there, and I don't really want to climb up there when I'm the only one here. That doesn't seem like a smart idea. So unfortunately, the Alice packs are once again going to get delayed because I don't want to do it. And I'm going to wrap it up as a pretend thing of safety because there's no guardrails up there. It's just kind of, a high-tech tree fort. And yeah, it doesn't feel like the right place for me to stream from when no one else is down here. So that's not going to happen today, sorry. But I can put some stickers on. So one of the things I was looking at doing, aside from answering any questions and talking about stuff that pops up and being distracted as much as I could be, I was going to go ahead and put some stickers onto the Neutrona ones at least. I do have some reference images that I can look at. Thank you very much. I think Bryce New sent this one to me. Now I'm forgetting, which sucks because I want to make sure I give the right credit. But I'm pretty sure Bryce sent this one to me. So that shows where a lot of the stickers need to go on the wand itself, and then I can still use the laptop as well. That's an output from the laptop, which for some reason I can't make it be a mere desktop. I can only extend these displays, which is thank you, Windows. The drop down just isn't there. You know, you go into the drop down thing, extend these displays. I don't know if it's because the laptop wants to refresh at 60.012 hertz and it wants to output at 60 hertz. And since they're not the same refresh rate, well, I can't very well extend those, or that's all it's going to take, right? Anyway, that's what I was fighting with prior to the stream starting. So, you know. So I will be able to see some close-up pictures of the pack. I'll be able to see some close-up pictures of the clipper valves go. So I'm going to try and get some decals put on. I think we talked last week about how I was looking up what the electronics were costing. I think. If not, I was looking up what the electronics were costing on the Ghostbusters fans, gbfans.com, I think it is. That was one of the places I could see. I didn't look that hard on Etsy. I was going to wait to have anyone who had reviews or ideas. So if any of you have any experience with any of these Etsy sellers and know of a good electronics kit, great. Please let me know. Ghostbusters Fans has them listed. They've got it broken down to where there's a pack electronics, there's a wand electronics, there's a soundboard, and then there's a few accessories you can get. Like you can get a rumble motor, and you can get an upgraded speaker, and a few other things. All that stuff is really cheap. But the electronics for the pack, the electronics for the wand, and the soundboard electronics, which is separate for some reason, they're all $60 a piece. These are all custom-made boards. These are all boards that have the wires and the LEDs and everything pretty much on it, pretty much ready to go, or in an easy-to-put-together kit form. So with that in mind, those prices aren't bad. They're really not. So I'm not trying to say anything bad about that. But that's $400 on my end to get enough pieces to do 2 packs. And that's not something I can do. Not right now. So talking with Felicia a little bit, we're going to talk more about what we're going to do and how we're going to move forward over the next month. Because this can't be a stopping point for another year. And we are at the point of doing electronics. We had started to put together electronics to try and just do it from scratch. And there's a few pieces lying around. And we've got a couple of microprocessors from Raspberry Pi, and I got a couple of Adafruit microprocessors. We might be able to just force our way through it with what we've got on hand. But honestly, it feels like supporting the fans, supporting the website and the other makers, and just buying the stuff that's right to begin with feels like, plus I'm lazy, feels like the right thing to do. That's actually what I would prefer to do, but I'm not there financially. So, you know, it's Christmas. Details. No, I'm not begging for money. So not sure how electronics are going to move forward, unfortunately, is kind of where I'm trying to go with that. As long as we build the packs with the ability to put the electronics in after the fact, right? As long as we keep moving forward and building the packs in a way that we can still, we have panels we can get into, which is probably smart anyway, and the packs come off the Alice packs and come off the back plates, and we can still get inside to them and still do modifications as required, even if they're completely painted on the outside. That should work, and I think that's what we should be doing next. Because I want, they need to light up. I mean, they could be stunt packs, right? There's nothing wrong with that. They can be static packs. They can be simple. We got some LEDs in place already. We did those. We got the cyclotron LEDs in place, and we have a couple of switches in place on the wands. So we have some parts beginning to be in place. But not there. You know, so don't know. Need to play with it. Need to look at it. Stickers, says Dan Does Junk. Okay, so Dan Does Junk says, hey Shady, when you do finally get the box, please share the contents on Discord. Okay, what does that mean to the rest of the world? Who is Shady? Who is Dan? What's the box? And why is he sharing it? Okay, so quick roll call. Shady is a member of my Discord. He's been a member of my Patreon. He's been one of the most active members on the Odin Makes Minecraft server. Yes, there is one of those still. And he's been a heck of a guy to talk to, and spent a lot of time playing Minecraft with Shady last summer. And so he bought my Minecraft pickaxe that I had made and had put on Etsy last year, actually. More than 400 days ago. And so that box has been kicking around the shop. And I've been slowly dropping other things into the box for the fun of it, right? Realizing that this box is incredibly late for going out to this poor guy who is, you know, supportive and friendly, and keeps trying to warn me to not trip over it. And then who's, I'm still got to tell you who Dan is, but anyway, so Shady and the box, and so this box has the Minecraft pickaxe in it. It's autographed, like he asked. But then other things, as I clean up and I come across stuff, or I have a piece of a project that failed, it's like, I just tossed it in Shady's box. So Shady has got this chewy box, right? It's a box that some of Bean's food came in. So it's a big box that's full of all sorts of stuff. Shady's getting the biggest weird-ass Odin Makes care package ever. And so that's going out. And yeah, that actually might be a lot of fun if Shady wants to dig through that and share on Discord exactly what the hell I shoved in there. And to some extent, I don't remember everything I shoved in there because it was one of those, I'll just put that in Shady's box. And so, yeah. Should be a lot of fun. So that's Shady. That's Shady's box, and that got sent off. Was it just Friday? It was just Friday. It just got sent off Friday. He should get it Wednesday. That's what the post office told me. Don't know for sure. Postage went up $6 since the Etsy thing posted, but whatever. It's surprising to me that postage went up that much in a year. Of course, the box was a little bit bigger. So who's Dan Does Junk? Dan Does Junk is right here in the chat right now. And Dan Does Junk is a good friend who just lives a little south of here. He's also in California. He's actually been on the stream a few times, and he's the moderator for the live stream right now. Hey, Dan. Wave to everybody. So I really appreciate all the help that Dan does, the positivity that Dan brings to the live streams, and the fact that he's willing, pretty much every time we're on a Sunday, he's willing to pop on and help moderate and take care of the chat. So thank you very much, Dan. Appreciate that a lot. Let's see, we're coming back here. Hope you're doing well, Steve D. Good, I read that one before. So, catching up. Well, I'm going to catch up now, so you get to watch me catch up. It's a great reference pick of the wand. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Definitely appreciated that. And actually, well, I'll get to the picture later, but I saw some things I didn't know. Shady says he might make a video or just snap pictures. Box will be... okay. Box will be out of work starting Christmas Eve, so yeah, he'll post. Okay, great. Marvel Guy's got a good question about my Headcast. I'll try and come back to that. Let's see. Yeah, Dan Does Junk. Yeah, maybe an item in A to keep it rolling, Shady. Yeah, here's my Odin Makes garbage. It's not that, but weird-ass stuff advent calendar. Ace has got I'm here late, hang in, Steve. Let's see. Jerry's here. Jerry can't cosplay. G Period is here. Hello. Yep, and James Allen is back. Right on. Hi, James. So Marvel Guy was asking about the plaster Paris head mold that I did. Okay, so through different people who do video stuff here in Sacramento, different video productions, the different people that I know, right? I got to meet Alan Carnes, who I think you name drop in the question. Alan Carnes lives about 4 hours north of here, and he used to work with Stan Winston Studios and actually was in charge of doing some of the Mystique body applications for X-Men 3 or one of them. And I had asked him because he's had experience. He also was a contestant and a judge, I think, for the show Face Off. So I asked him a few years ago about casting my head. This was in 2018, 2019. Can't remember the exact year. It's on the video. Casting my head the old school way. Well, not too old school, but whatever. We used silicone to actually do a mold of my head, and then a plaster backing on that to help hold the silicone because it's too wibbly and floppy all on its own without a backbone. Like a lot of us performers. And then when I was taking back off my head, the process took 2 hours. There's a video on it if you want to see it. Put it back together, and then you fill it with plaster of Paris or thereabouts, and you end up getting a mold of your head, which is not on shot. I'm looking at Thanos. It's right here somewhere. Oh, right, I needed the C stand for something else, so the head's on the floor somewhere. You've seen it in plenty of videos. It's the Headcast that I use for making a lot of my helmet patterns. Anyway, he's asking about how to go about getting that done. That isn't something you can just contact Alan for. Alan did it for the cost of materials and the cost of gas and a little bit of compensation, not much. He basically did the work for free just to come on and do it and have fun. And then he brought a friend of his he's worked with, Jennifer Seeger, I think her last name was, but Jennifer is her name. And I've talked to her a few times. She's still in Sacramento as well. So she came down as an assistant because she's also done headcasts. It's important to remember that the guy under the goop needs to do little things like breathe. So that was kind of her main job, was to keep my nose passage open so I could breathe during it. And then just be a second set of hands, right? Because once you get into gooping someone up, you're covered in basically high-tech pancake batter. And it's not an easy thing to take care of. So those two people came down and did it. I fed them, right? But it isn't a couple of people you can just call up and go, hey, I want a headcast too. Sorry. The best thing for you to do in your area, Marvel Guy, is maybe look into a college. They do life masks, which is just doing the face, not the whole head. Colleges do that all the time using alginate instead of silicone, which is far more affordable. It's the same process. Alginate is a material used for casting your teeth for the dentist. I mean, dentists use silicone now as well, but classically it's a gelatin. Basically, it's an algae-based gelatin that will set up in your mouth, so it'll set up in a wet environment, and you can get a cast of your teeth, and that's how dentists for the longest time would cast teeth, and that's how Hollywood for the longest time would cast faces and hands and stuff of actors so they could make rubber monster pieces for them. You can probably find a community college or a theater group who has people who know what they're doing that can help you do that. Alternatively, and we've been playing with this, we being myself and Shop Gremlin, you can now get 3D scanning tools. Shop Gremlin got a hold of a Revo Point that was made specifically for doing body scans. We played with it a few times. I'm probably not being careful enough with it. Where the point cloud we're getting back, which is a point cloud is as the scanner, which has got two cameras, is looking at an object, is deciding where things exist in space, where this point is in space and this point is in space. And as it looks at everything on you, it creates a 3D version of it. Our few scans that we played with, because we haven't spent that much time with it, which is sad. They've had this thing for a couple of months now. Hasn't gotten us results that want to go forward with 3D printing. But it is possible to use a 3D scanner or even you can hack together one with a lot of help and a lot of effort using an old Xbox, that bar, the thing on Xbox that detects ghosts. you can 3D scan your own head and then 3D print your head, and that doesn't have the claustrophobic inducing goo that's smashed all over your skin that you might suffocate from, that might get caught up in your hair, that will ruin your clothes. I mean, it doesn't really matter a whole lot, right? You prepare for all that when you're doing it, and I'm not claustrophobic, so I don't mind. I don't mind having all that stuff. But I've worked with friends who were. I've done just the face mask of some friends a long time ago, and was it Bill or was it James? One of the two. There's these two guys that around all the time at Rocky Horror, Bill and James. The two of them were just these impromptu goofballs. They were great, but they wanted to do Phantom of the Opera makeup or something, so they wanted a face mask, and they were really nervous about it. So we started at the forehead, right, and working our way down, and everything was fine. And he's talking to me, and I'm talking to him, and he's a little nervous, like, okay, you want to do your mouth, so we're going to go ahead and cover up your chin and your mouth now, but I can leave your nose exposed, right? We've got straws, or we've got whatever in his nose, so we can get the detail around the nose, but he's got kind of a snorkel he can breathe out of, right? Because it's just the two of us in my apartment. And so talking him through it, and I've got the Algin in my hand. Okay, I'm going to cover your mouth. Just relax, because you can still breathe, and I'm right here, and I'm not going to abandon you. I'm not going to leave you. You're not going to be all alone. And he's like, okay. So as soon as I cover up, he just freaks out. It's just like, ah! So scrape it off, and he's panting and hyperventilating and does not like that at all. And I went, okay, you're fine. We still got your forehead. We still got your eyes. He's like, yeah. I've got a blindfold on. I'm okay. So all this is still covered. So we took the straws out and went ahead and put Algin all around his nose, because he was good with that, got it back up to his ears, and got it down like this. So this area was still exposed. His mouth was still exposed. He could still talk. He got it all, which was still pretty much all he needed, right, for doing Phantom of the Opera. But that was the one person I've come across who had a claustrophobic response to having his face cast. And obviously I remember it. The other thing that I remember with this, because this was the only one where we didn't keep, straws in the nose, right? So Alan didn't use straws because it does deform the nose. Alan didn't use the straws because Jennifer was there. And professionally, that's not what you do. Because you do run the risk, if you happen to bump the straws, you can hurt the person, right? Because, imagine getting a COVID swab test with a drinking straw. So this experience with Bill or James was the only one where I didn't have the straws in place, because we didn't need them. We pulled them out and clogged them up with alginate, and then laid the plaster of Paris and paper towel mess over it like an old school cast for a broken arm. And he starts talking about how weird it is that he can attempt to try to inhale with his nose, but it doesn't work because it's totally plugged up. And he keeps doing this, right? I'm not aware of how much he's doing it, because I'm not really seeing a physical change. But he's just like, this is really weird, and talking about it. So it's all over with. Everything's set up. The plaster of Paris sets up. That takes the longest. The alginate takes like 5-10 minutes. Plaster of Paris takes, half an hour to 40 minutes to really set up. And peel everything apart. Peel the alginate off of his face. And he's giving himself a hickey. His whole nose is bruised because of this inhaling that he's been doing, because of the pressure change he's forced on his nose, right? He's giving himself. It's like, oh, dude. Anyway, he made his makeup. He did his project. He was very happy. But yeah, he had a bruise on his nose for like a week and a half. So don't do that. Oh, wow. There we are. Yes. Okay, so we got some nice talking back and forth. Cool names. Just Eat advert. Yeah, Just Eat. Timo ad. Everyone's talking about the real names. 3D scanner ad. Funny, Ace. Oh, okay. Everyone's just talking about their names. Who can beat the name Odin? Sorry. Possible, but yeah. Okay. No one says Ace. All right, great. So I don't have a lot to catch up on. It's everyone talking to each other. Okay, so hey, I had a story. That's great. I can burn up a lot of time with stories. Okay, so I'm kind of curious. So this is here, looking at it backwards. Yeah, so this piece is still removable. We haven't quite gotten around to gluing this in yet. But this piece is not removable. So one of the things I'm wondering, stickers! Sidetrack! I've got the grips. I'm pretty sure I can put one of the grips on the lower portion of the handle. Wow, that really, my hand doesn't fit. I guess it's supposed to be this way anyway. In which case my hand does mostly fit. Okay. I gotta clean that up still too. Of course, first thing I want to go for is, what am I looking at? I'm looking at stuff and mumbling to myself. I'm really good at that. There's exposed PVC on the side of the gun, on the side of the wand here. So that's all up in here. There's points where the paint peeled off because of the masking that we had done, so it needs some touch up there. And I'm pretty sure the grips just kind of go down here. And so I'm looking at possibly gluing this on as a small side quest for the day to have a little more than just stickers being put on. So hopefully that could work. But yeah. That white's easy enough to deal with. I say it's easy to deal with. I could probably just decant, basically spray a little bit of the spray paint into something I don't care about, like the bottom of a soda can, and paint that with a brush. Okay, yeah. That's glued in place. Okay, that's glued in place. Does this go here, or does this... Well, it doesn't stick out that far. It only has to stick out like that far. Well, that'll help with the... With the grip. Oh, and there's a wire that comes from here right up into here. Okay. Well, other fun sidetrack things. I was grateful that there's a bunch of little lenses and lights that go on this thing, right? You got an indicator that goes here, you got an indicator that goes here, there's one down here, there's one out here on a piece that's missing. This is just looking at this one image that I've got in front of me, right? Just this, not that one. That one. Just this one image that I got in front of me with all these different lights on it. I'd point at them, but you can't see me point, sorry. And then I've got all the different places on here to put them on. Well, I'm grateful that I've got the ability now to laser cut these lenses as I need them, right? You know, I can laser cut a piece of plastic to go in here if I want, and all these guys, and a little piece that's missing that goes out here. But at the same time, friend Gonzo, who makes Raul Gonzo, Felicia and I talk about him, who makes funky videos and whatnot. He was obsessed with getting older tech gear and using that in his videos, especially with some of the music videos he's done with some of the bands that like to project as if they're a band from the 80s. And so they've got all this older looking gear, like they're a weird time travel thing. Well, one of the pieces has what looks like those lenses. You know, it looks like them. It looks like it should be them. You know, these guys now, they're all red and amber. There aren't any clear ones on this particular piece, but those look right to me. They're the right size. And it's got all these lovely tactile switches too. So where's you know, this is not easy to do when you're not actually looking at it. Oh, I'm down way too low. There we are. So these are just hard plastic pieces put over a you know, basic flashlight on and off switch, right? And you got knobs and things. It's fun stuff. But and then what's nice is it's old school, so it's wired. You know, it's components. It's not, you know, what is it? Components on board. It's not. There's a term for it. Shock Realm will remind me. When you have your resistors and capacitors that are actually manufactured to be part of the board, whereas these are all pieces and components that were put on. You know, and then the lights I want are behind this little piece of cardboard down here. But yeah, I was. That's loud. Sorry. I was pretty excited about this. It's like, oh, this looks like it has parts on it I need. And there's a whole other project I was trying to work on with Joe Gillis that we haven't touched in months. And there's this great, which side is it on? It's on this side. There's this great scroll wheel piece here that has an old school, it's like a AM/FM indicator that moves as you move the thing. And it's like, oh yeah, we need to incorporate this into Joe's project because that's goofy. So yeah, this thing's kind of neat. Don't necessarily want to just gut this on screen, but that's a possibility. What did I drop? Oh, 1, 2, 3 blocks. That's what hit my toes. Okay. Where are we at? Resetting mentally. Focus, Odin! Stickers! Yep, exactly. Squirrel! Oh, Jerry can't cosplay, hates putting on stickers. Actually, I usually enjoy it. Sometimes I hate it because, you know, if I end up putting it on crooked, I'm screwed, I feel like, but yeah. Tweezers is the trick for placing stickers. Yep, tweezers or... you can, if you can get the corner of a sticker on the edge of a hobby knife or other small piece of metal, that becomes far more delicate to get into where you want to put a sticker down, and it's probably what I'll be doing. I think I've got some tweezers here. Focus, Odin. Tweezers. Focus, Odin. Stickers. Can't even focus on saying the name right. Yeah, it's around here somewhere. Ace yells out, that is old school. Yeah, isn't it? It's cool. Clank. All right. Okay. How are we doing on going live? We're 5 minutes out. All right. Stickers. Okay. So I still seriously do not want to glue this pipe in. I don't want to glue what ends up being the barrel in place yet because it's going to block too much of the inside, right? I mean, you can pretty well see that here's the inside of the wand, and with the barrel in place, yeah. Well, you grab the part that rotates, the barrel doesn't rotate. You know, it blocks so much accessibility, and I don't want to have that happen, right? Because like there's right in here. There needs to go that display. Now we got stickers to fake a display, but we've got the ability to make these actually blink and do, and I'd rather make them actually blink and do. And then, you know, there's a pipe here which we could cut into with some effort. We're going to have to, really. But the short of it is, this piece I don't want to glue in yet, and this piece is another piece that gets one of the grips. So the clippered valve keeps coming off. All these parts that are not glued on yet. Let me get the Bible. Let me get the master plan and make sure that I'm thinking correctly here with stuff in general. Yep, Marvel Guy's saying stickers. He's trying to put some stickers on one of his 3D printed pops, but it keeps peeling. Yeah, that happens, unfortunately. I had to do glue on my Aperture Science handheld portal device. The vinyl stickers that we had cut to stick onto that prop kept peeling off. They didn't want to bind to the plastic dip. So yeah, I ended up having to cover them with white glue, I think, just to get them to stay down. It happens. Sorry. Yeah, it goes on the underside. Okay. Green elevator bits. Set to actual size. Barrels and pipes. Rear cylinder. Oh, there's There's Bryce News contact. Yeah, this is all hand grips. Basic pipe. You know, one of the things I really need to do is just go through this and make sure I get everything else. Oh, there you are. You got his decals from hprops.com. Okay, I should look at them. All right. I am not finding in a comfortable, wet manner grips, so grips can wait. Not a big deal. Focus, Odin. I'm never gonna focus. Just ask my mom. Never gonna focus. Master plan is out. Getting serious now. Trying to double check that I'm doing stuff right. So we have our Moby stickers. Okay. I know there's pieces missing for the clamp, but I still do that with stickers on it. There's a little knob that goes on top. Knob. It's only the two, right? Yeah, one goes in the pack, one goes here. Yeah, I know you're also asking questions about painting props, Marvel guy, but... Plink? Did I get a plink? Oh, yeah. It's close enough. Let's kick over to being... concerned about answering a lot of questions from one specific person the entire stream. There we are, there we are. All right, privacy is set to public. And I still look potatoey. Okay, so I should be able to be... Ah, good, okay, so I'm all right. Fine, you can stay potato if you want. Auto. Fine. I just got concerned on my end looking at it that I was, my, what do you want to call it? Resolution was poo. So just clicking and double checking and making sure that I'm going out the way I want it to. And I am, so we're good. Anything happened on Discord I wasn't paying attention to? No! Alrighty, good. So I got that, I got that, I got that. I got all my windows back. Greetings, public peeps. What if they're not from this earth? That'd be cool. I'm okay if they're not from this earth. I have no problems talking to people who are from places I am not familiar with. That doesn't bother me at all. I don't mind that. All right. Where are we at? So what we're trying to do now is look at the numbers. And hey, yeah, we've had a few people pop in. Sweet. Alrighty. Are we still doing stuff good? Yeah. So for those of you who just popped in, and apologies to everyone who's been listening and watching. Hello, I'm Odin, and welcome to the Sunday Odin Makes live stream. For about 45 minutes now, I've been having a private portion of this stream set just to the members of my Discord and the members of my Patreon. It's one of the few things that I can do every time as a thank you to these guys is to give them a little bit of a private one-on-one, a little more where it's just the few of us being able to talk. It's easier to answer questions, and it's just fun, something a little extra. And of course, you guys get to see it because it all becomes part of the playback that's available to everybody later on in the future. Bless you, all of you fine people who watch this in the future. But if you want to be able to get in on that a little bit early, if you want to be able to see what it is that we're talking about on Discord, because I'm primarily active on Discord. I have a patron, and I haven't posted to that in a while, which isn't fair for those who aren't on Discord. But most of the fan interaction, most of the supporter interaction that I've been doing has been happening on the private Discord. In fact, Shock Gremlin and I have been working on a Lego Star Wars and Marvel Advent Calendar Countdown. That became a mumbled mouthful. Every year Lego makes Advent calendars, and they make different themes of Advent calendars now. And so we picked up the Star Wars calendar, and we picked up the Marvel calendar. And an Advent calendar basically is a box of little treats or toys or surprises, and you open up each little perforated flap to show what that day's prize is. And in the case of Lego calendars, you get a minifig or a little mini build, or in Marvel's case, sometimes a single accessory. The Marvel calendar this year seems to be really phoning it in. But we've been having fun with that. And then in the style of Ashens and Nerd Cubed, who have been doing this for like 10 years now, we pit the calendars against each other, right? So who got the cooler build? Who got the thing that was more fun to play with? Who got the better prize for the day? And we've been putting all that up on Discord. And, whoever wins gets a point, so we can figure out who wins overall. And whoever loses has to go to the disappointment calendar. So there's a whole third Advent calendar. There's actually two more, because this year I chose tea, because I drink tea, and I like tea. So getting cheap, bad tea is not ideal. And that's exactly what it is. It's just little bags of loose leaf tea that they like force cinnamon and nutmeg on all of them, because that makes them holiday. These aren't good. And then what Shock Gremlin wanted was hot chocolate that they could run through the Keurig machine. So the last bit was this gingerbread hot chocolate cocoa mix that actually smelled okay. It kind of smelled like a Yankee scented candle, but it actually smelled okay. And when it was hot, it tasted okay, because I tried it too. But the aftertaste, and when it got cold, it became how did it become, Odin? Chemical? Junior scientific chemical kit. It was not. They're not good. They got some nasty ass aftertaste. So they're a true punishment calendar. That's been fun. And every day we've been posting what the next day is. And it's been something fun to do, and we did it last year. And next week, we're going to have a Discord private only. The stream will never go public, or at least it won't be public while we're doing it. When we open up the last day, we're going to open up day 24, Christmas Eve, on Christmas Eve. So I will be live streaming in here, probably with Shock Gremlin, doing this final exposure of what the last day is going to be. We'll actually go ahead and do that live instead of a little bit beforehand, where we can take pictures and get ready and then post it directly to Discord. And then in addition to that, Shop Gremlin's been putting together a Christmas present for me that is a punishment present. No, it's not a punishment present, but it is. It is in the Advent calendar sense. It's going to be some sort of puzzle box, nesting box, multi-piece. Everything is. I have some idea on how some of these pieces were built, because I built them to spec, but I don't know what's going in them. I don't 100% know what the plans are for how these things are being sealed up, how they're being wrapped. I don't know what's in it. And all this came from, why are we doing all this? Why? Well, it's fun, and they did it to me last year too, but it was just duct tape and everything else on top of a Lego kit. And what happened last year was the the kit got delivered to the shop, and it was sitting here on the table, and I had to come down here and do something. And so, still in its box from the shipper, right? So I couldn't see what it was, but it was sitting here. I picked it up and went, oh, it's the Galaxy Explorer Lego kit, right? The new one that just came out that last year. And set it down. Of course, that's exactly what it was. I had always been really good at guessing gifts for the longest time, especially from my parents. We talked about it a lot recently. So, Felicia and I have previous streams. So the box that has this gift within a gift within a gift with mini boxes, I don't even know what's all going in here. Is coming from that. I believe Shock Gremlin talked to a lot of you on Discord with what to do for how to make this, more of a challenge for opening it up. It's got wood crates. It's got wood boxes that it's living in, so the weight is totally off on what it is. And I'm still doing my best to not touch it. I'm still doing what I can to not give myself any clues. And I don't know what level of what is going into what with all these things. But anyway, that's all next Sunday. If you're on Discord, we'll post this link to Patreon as well. I will post a reminder as we get closer that we're going to be doing this stream, but it's not going to be a public stream. It's going to be just for my Discord members, my Patreon members, as a kind of a Christmas treat, right? And because it's Christmas Eve, well, Felicia's not going to be here. I mean, she can be if she wants, but we weren't planning on inviting Felicia because she doesn't have to be here. And then specifically the schedule of streaming events after that, like what's happening afterwards, because we're in that fun time of year where a whole bunch of holidays land week after week, followed immediately by a con. So this Sunday I'm live streaming with you guys right now, in case you didn't notice. Next Sunday I'm doing a private stream with Shop Gremlin about Christmas. The next Sunday after that is New Year's Eve. There's not going to be any stream at all. I may still be visiting Mom. We're planning on going up and having a bit of a Christmas together, because I haven't had Christmas with Mom in forever. So no stream on New Year's Eve or whatever close day that is. Then the week after that is SAC Anime, because SAC Anime is always the first weekend of the year, the first January weekend of the year. Saw an emoji. I thought it was a different thing. So no stream, because SAC Anime happens during stream, and as much as it would be fun to stream from SAC Anime, every time we've tried it, it doesn't work. There's not enough network bandwidth. There's not enough attention to be able to be given to the stream, and the stream would just become this weird fly on the wall thing. Try that, but that's all it would be. So the second week of January, I don't have a calendar in front of me, so we're looking at like the 14th-ish, whatever date Sunday is. That's going to be the next live stream with me and Felicia. So it's a little ways out, just to let you guys know. And I was kind of just trying to think about that in the way, and it's like, oh wow, we're really looking at that. All right. So that's our schedule. Going to have a live stream next week, private. We're going to be dark for 2 weeks, and then back with another live stream because of cons. Right, we're being asked about where Felicia is. Yeah, Felicia had to stay home today. Something came up, she wasn't able to come in, which is fine. So she's home, she's fine, she's safe, everyone was okay, but just wasn't able to make it. So it's just me. Sorry. Which also means we don't have a second set of eyes to here in the studio, because I'm alone. I'm the only one here. It's me and a cast of Thanos and a bunch of boxes and a heater. That's it. So I can't look at the stream going by when I'm talking, because I can't, Marvel? Strange, didn't see that coming. Funny. Okay, that's actually what I caught. Yeah, Ace is talking about the Marvel Advent Calendar. For those of you who haven't been playing with the Marvel Advent Calendar, this past few days, there have been some seriously disappointing things coming out of the Lego Marvel Advent Calendar. Today's toy, today's Lego is supposed to be a mini kit, a mini build of some sort that came out of the Marvel Advent Calendar, was only Doctor Strange's cape. No bag, no build, one piece, lying there in the box. It's like, open up the flap. And there's no bag, and it's like, what the hell? And Shock Roman pulls out the cape, which I don't see what it is. Right, when we open these things, it's a Lego box that sits, like a Lego box that has a flap that opens up. So we sit down to where we can't see what each other has, so we can build it and do it and talk about what we have maybe, and as part of an anticipation of what it's going to be. They're just like, well, hell, where's the hot chocolate? I'll start getting the Keurig going. I went, really? What? It's like, there's no bag. It's one piece, and it was just the cape. It's just the Doctor Strange's cape. I can't remember its name right now, and that's all it was. It was like, what the hell? Way to stretch out, days. Lego, Marvel, Disney. Live stream with Mama Odin. That's what Dan says about what I should do while I'm visiting. That's funny. Yeah, she could probably do it, but no. Mom is enough of. She'd probably handle it, right? I don't think she would get stage fright and get quiet. It's like, it would just be, oh yeah, let me tell you about the dumb things Odin used to do. But yeah. PJC 2.0 is saying, hey there, Odin. Also, done with the Proton Pack, or still have more work to do? It's been a while since I watched your live stream. PJC 2.0, we are still very slowly working our way through the Proton Pack. Still spending more time talking than actually doing. We finally got the Creature Cast put on, so we finally got a protective coat on the foam, right? That happened. I'm now looking at trying to put stickers on, which, as I talk about that, I have a small bit of concern over the texture. So it's funny to see how well that works. Electronics is a new concern that we've got with getting the kits. Because I know I can get kits from Ghostbusters fans, I think is what it was called, .com, but don't know about other resources for the electronics. Because we really want these to light up. We really want to have a Rumble pack in the in the wand. There was other ideas that we wanted to do with the wand, but I don't think we're going to be able to do some of the ideas we had, because now that we've got a hold of them, there's not as much space as we thought. So yeah. And as I talk about stickers, I just now realized we've got a really rough texture on the outsides of these things, right? You can kind of see it. So it's not smooth at all, which means stickers aren't going to have a nice surface to stick to. So I'm really kind of curious how well Moby stickers are going to do, because I bought heavy-duty vinyl stickers from Moby on Etsy, as suggested by Bryce New, I believe. So see how well these things stick as soon as I shut up and actually try. Puppy's back. Mariah's here. Sweet. Hello, Mariah Woods. Oh, Zeta Prime's going to Disneyland tomorrow. Right on! It's been a while since I've been to Disneyland. I'd love to go. And Austin Litz, my day is doing pretty good. I'm having fun talking to my friends here on the live stream, and ever so very slowly inching my way towards trying to put stickers onto a Neutrona one. All right. So I got this pack image. Zoom in on this a little bit. One of the things that's annoying is my video extension for the laptop here refuses to mirror, which I wish it would have. So what I'm looking at doing, we've got these circle stickers. Let me double check that I'm actually doing what I think I'm doing. Yeah, I am. Okay, good. Yeah, so these circle stickers go in here. We got these email sticker things that go here. The intensify, activate. I've got this sticker. Okay, so shouldn't take too long. What's funny is, as I look at it, the bottom of the clapboard valve. Yeah, I know you can exit full screen. I don't want that help right now, Windows. Thank you. So I got the clippered valve. I keep calling it clapboard. The clippered valve. The base is actually considerably thicker than what we cut, and has this nice logo on it that I could have done, but it's not going to happen. All right. Well, I'm going to start with some of these guys over here. So I'll stick this sticker on first. Wow, I've really got some bad lag with the mouse. So I'm going to stick this sticker on first, keep it as close to the edge as I can on my physical one, so if we do need to put a bezel or something on for this LED readout, we can. Oh, this makes me wonder about other things, because this is not looking like what I thought it would look like. We've got some LED... segmented LED readouts, right? Where basically it's a series of 10 LEDs all stuck together into one thing that you can light up sequentially to make them all light up. Looking at that image, that's not exactly how that looks. So I'm wondering if, as a way of saving space, when we get into putting it in here, if we can put a piece of plastic, like a light transmissive plastic here, that goes down to the electronics part, because the electronics piece is actually bigger than this hole. It's over there somewhere in the shop, so I'm not going to walk off and look. So we might actually have to cut this wider to just put those segmented LEDs right in this place. But if we put the segmented LEDs behind it on the foam, so it's flap against the edge here, and then take a piece of transmissive plastic, I've got some lying around, that would let the light come through and diffuse it, and then put the bezel around that, we might end up with a really good look with the lights that move and do that aren't quite the same as just trying to force the segments to go in there. So I don't know. That might happen. Oh, colors. What have we got? Whoa, what's going on? Thank you, Dan. Dan Does Junk, the moderator, Dan Does Junk, sent out a Merry Christmas with a $20 brain failing super pledge, or whatever it is. Thank you. Thank you, Dan. That's awesome. Appreciate that. Oh, okay. Hey, Bryce New is chiming in. Thank you, Bryce. He used truck bed epoxy spray. You guys can read this too, but I'm going to go ahead and read it off because it makes it feel like I'm doing something. I got one job on this ship. Bryce New says he used bed liner on a Spirit Pack in order to also give it this type of texture, and he did have a problem making the stickers stick, so he ended up using 5-minute epoxy in order to get the stickers to stick to his pack. Sounds like exactly what I can do here. And going back to a question that Marvel Guy had, if you're having problems getting your stickers to stick to your 3D prints, 5-minute epoxy sounds like a great idea. Keep in mind that any kind of fluid like that on a inkjet printed sticker, so if you print your stickers at home onto sticker stock or even just on paper, and then want to stick them onto your prop using either white glue or a 5-minute epoxy. 5-minute epoxy should still be okay, but inkjet can run. It's very water soluble. I've got printed vinyl stickers. I'm not worried about the ink on these running. And it may not be an issue for the stickers you've got, Marvel Guy, but definitely try somewhere not important first. So before you go about trying to stick something somewhere with either white glue or 5-minute epoxy, you want to test it so you're not creating more work to undo what you've got. And if it starts to go wrong, it's on a popsicle or a dead Sharpie or something where you can just get mad at it and throw it away. You don't have to deal with it anymore, and you don't have to clean it up. So definitely test first. Yes, Bernie, thank you. Oh, I'm so glad that both Bernie and Bryce are here because I'm having a hard time remembering who suggested which. Yes, Bernie Davis, thank you for suggesting these stickers. I'm finally going to try and put them on here as soon as I shut up. And for both of you guys who are watching, I'm curious about... I tried to send emails to you guys, but one of them got kicked back. What are your recommendations that you know of for electronics to go into the packs? We talked about this in the past. I wrote some notes down in the master plan. I'm having a hard time remembering to take the master plan with me when I leave. So when I'm not in the shop, I don't have those pencil notes available. Looking at trying to get electronics still. So I was curious if you guys had good experience or recommendations. I've seen the stuff from the Ghostbusters fans website, but where it's like $60 for a kit for each piece. Talked about that a little while ago. So just kind of curious what you guys know for that, or if you have recommendations, or if you don't. I know I'll just throw this out. I've been trying to toying with the idea of making the P-tube. Right? So we're making the pack here. We want to make a pack and do the pack for the live streams. But that doesn't mean that we can't make other pieces just as like a little standalone video. And I keep thinking about what do I want to make to get back into doing videos. And, I've talked about the Battle Droid Blaster, which I haven't touched as soon as I started playing with a model train that came my way. Well, I was just talking with Smooth On again last week. They came by the shop and visited. And realizing that I could make a prototype P-tube for the leg tube. I keep calling it a P-tube. It's the leg tube that goes from the left thigh and then comes back around and hooks to the belt on the Ghostbusters uniform. Dan Aykroyd at minimum had one. I don't remember if everybody does or not. But the connector that the yellow vinyl tube goes into, it's a yellow tube, why they call it a P-tube, right? This connector, a lot of people 3D print it, which can be done. It was originally some rubberized, probably a car part. So I'm looking at being able to laser cut one of those out of probably what the foam, something nice and dense. Do it my way that I want to do it, but then cast it in silicone and pour it and make a couple of flexible copies using Smooth On products. And so that's a little video. And then I can get a hold of the P-tube and dye it with get a hold of some of the vinyl tube, which I've got. I've got vinyl tube, that's easy, but it's clear. And somebody was telling me of a particular medicine that a lot of the prop guys use to stain this yellow. So I can get a hold of that, because apparently that's not hard to get a hold of. And then the rest of the build is a zip tie and a clip. And then can either stitch it directly to your costume, or what I was reading some of the guys do is use some heavy grade magnets or other snaps so this tube attaches to the pant leg of the uniform but can be removed so you can wash your uniform, which I like that idea. And then the whole thing, yeah, so I thought about this a little bit, right? Anyway, would that be a little bit interesting? I'm sure you guys would be happy to have a video of me making paper airplanes. Belt Gizmo can be a standalone video. Yes! P-tube is the proper name. Oh, good! Because one of you guys was telling us last week, as well as I've looked it up online, that, yeah, apparently Dan Aykroyd in a joke somewhere in an interview, or talking with Ghostbusters fans, because that dude actually talks to the Ghostbusters fans, which is pretty cool. That yellow tube coming out of the leg there, yeah, that's for when the ghost scares the piss out of you. So, I guess P-tube is what it's called. FBOB. Oh, Millie's axe from Hello Boss or the Blitzo gun. Oh, cool. Yeah, so FBOB, if you are around the Sacramento area, the voice cast is going to be at SAC Anime in like 3 weeks. God, is it really only 3 weeks away? I got an email back from Ryobi. Look at me bounce around and not touch stickers. I've got a list of stuff that they're going to send as Ryobi continues to support cosplay repair, which I'm pretty excited about. One of them is a stick vac, because we make a mess and we don't want to make a mess on the con floor and lose our invite because we tear the area up. So yeah, very excited about that. That's coming up. So yeah, going to be getting more Ryobi tools. Oh, Frankengeek. That was it. Both of you guys threw out Frankengeek. Thank you. That's who. I knew it was something like that. I forgot what it was. Shock Rumbling, you're watching, right? Try to remember Frankengeek. That's right. That's who you guys suggested. Has good kits. And I can't remember what the prices on those are, but yeah. Yeah, 8 days till Christmas. Right. There's only... Oh, Wolverine Scratch is here. Cool. Hello, Wolverine Scratch. Okay, so... I've got the Moby stickers. I've got 2 of these things. Which one am I going to put? I wanted to put on that one first. Oh, there's 2 slightly different sizes. I'm going to go with... So what I'm looking at... I got this guy here, this countdown, which I always, very fun 80s pictograph version of a countdown. And Moby's made them in 2 slightly different sizes. The difference is like 3 millimeters. Let's look at the larger one first. One of the things I find impressive about these stickers is the fact that they're die cut. Although it looks like they were probably laser cut. But still, just the fact that he had the ability and was willing to... I really don't want to drop the sticker sticky side down onto this filthy tabletop. Just to make it easier for everyone to go ahead and pre-cut out these stickers. Oh yeah, that's good. So I'm going to go towards the top. Yeah, a little bit, because it looks like it's towards the top in the reference photo. Oh yeah, that's not gripping at all, is it? Look at that, it keeps moving around. That's actually, I'm putting quite a bit of pressure on that. That's kind of cool for the, speaks a lot for the What the Foam base that's glued together, and then it's got creature cast on it that I can put some serious pressure on it. It's not deforming very much. I have a sticker on! I got 1 sticker on! That's one! That's one! That's one! Okay. So I want to thank everyone for coming into the live stream today. I've got a sticker on. In order to stretch this out for another century, come back in 2 weeks and we'll put one more... No, I'm going to keep going. What do we got here? Whoa! Shady popped up also with a super chat. Another happy holidays. Thank you, guys. Write it down, SG. Daniel Knight's here. Hello, Daniel Knight. Oh, wow. Yes, Shady. I've got a thing saying, let's celebrate Shady's 10th super during the live stream. Shady, thank you very much for that's being number 10. That's awesome. Do I click this? No, I don't. Okay. Because I'm wondering if everybody else... no, I got the whole white pop-ups. That's awesome. Oh my god, he's applying a sticker! Yeah, I did. I got one on there. And actually, it was sticking really well. So, one of the other things I do have some small concern over is the temperature in the shop. It's pretty cold in here because it's December. We talked about this last stream and a lot in the past. So, I'm a little worried about stickers not sticking, but no. I am not going to pick at that. That's holding really well. Okay, let's put the other sticker on the other one. So grab the corner, peel it off. Yeah, there's that. Something I should probably do with every sticker here on out is what I've got are some props that have been sitting around in the shop for months. They've been covered in dust. We just got Creature Cast put on them, maybe a couple months ago, right? You guys know, I don't, but you guys can look and see when these finally got a covering put on them. But they've still been sitting here getting covered in dust. I probably should take a wee bit of paper towel and some alcohol and clean the area that I'm going to stick these stickers on before I stick them, just to make sure that they stick. Give them their best chance to do the thing that we want them to do. That is now a pair of stickers. Look at this. Double the somewhere around there. One of these days, Odin will figure out how cameras work. It's like twice the detail. How exciting! Okay, it's not. Louis Cossey says that his birthday was on Friday the 54th, and can you get an Odin happy birthday shout out? Louis Causey, as I gotta make sure I read his name right on your side as I gotta lean in so I can see this thing. I want to say happy birthday. It's awesome that your birthday was just this past Friday, the 54th. I don't know very many people who have that as a birthday, and that's super cool. So happy birthday to you, Louis. Bryson was asking if I'm going to cut the 3 vent holes to allow for the vent light. Yeah, I'm seeing that in the detail, but I can. But the 3 vent holes we've plugged up, following the instructions that Chris had done from Lost Wax Oz. These are the vent holes that should have light, right? So we need to cut these out in order to allow the light to come through. That's here, right? We got the light there. The 3 vent holes, you can hopefully can see where I'm talking about. But on these, it's solid because on the inside, there's a PVC pipe in the way and a bunch of wires and some meaty fingers. So we would actually have to cut out some of the pipe, not impossible, and in order to put the light in. I'm not against it, but there's a certain amount of how much surgery do I want to do. And so, don't know. It's unfortunate that that was a detail we completely overlooked just following Chris's instructions. Once again, it's the light there in the top. But, yeah, it'll happen. Something will happen. Am I going to do it? Maybe. Probably not. A freaking Barbie ad. Way to go, Ace! All right. Some Shady. Was that new with Shady? Oh yeah, that is also okay. And it does Junk, Wix ad, Fubo ad, Fubar ad. Pika. Purple whites, please come. Can the guy purple whites please? Lodi. Wow, I'm having a weird stream of not quite spam from Pika YT. Purple, okay. I think he's asking if Dan Does Junk can go to Lodi. I'm sure Dan will be there at Lodi if I'm understanding this process of questions. Lewis Causey is 54 years old. That's what he means by the 54. That's what I thought, but Friday the 54th was a lot more fun. That's all good. Still, happy birthday, Lewis. Thank you for hanging out. Cable or computer? Get. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we'll be getting those SCSI cables too in the future. There was a guy on Facebook that had them for $50. I know we can also kind of make them. So not quite sure how we're going to go about doing that just yet. What sticker do I want to put on next? We're going to put on some of these. These gives me duplicates. That's kind of cool. All right, so we got this. So I'm looking at this guy up here, which is, I wonder if I can't reach up the camera too. Is camera 2 going to get me any closer to the... No, it's just about the same quality. It's a little bit closer maybe. So I got these little tiny guys here. Hopefully there's no glare. And these go on where the switches go, which is the two next to the handle. So here and here in the same orientation. So I'm going to be putting this guy, which is an oval with a line through it, that goes on the top switch, and then the email logo goes underneath the other switch. So you just switch this switch, and that's how you get your email on a Proton Pack. So quick question, Moby here is giving me duplicates of these stickers. So to Bryce and to Bernie, are these going anywhere else, or are these stickers just duplicates because Moby had the space? So am I going to be putting like this email sticker somewhere else in the pack? And of course, I'm rushing right into this and not cleaning off the area with alcohol like you just talked about, Odin. For those of you who don't know, Odin's a bit on the extreme ADHD side, and honestly, makes this stuff up every time he does it. Let's see. Thought I saw the alcohol right over here. Don't you hate it when you lose your alcohol? Of course, I'm looking for rubbing alcohol. Oh, you guys could see it the whole time. I'm being asked if I could make something out of cardboard as a challenge. Yeah, I could. I've thought about it, but one of the reasons I haven't done some of that is when I was doing YouTube as my only form of income, YouTube was the only thing I was going to be able to do to, pay my bills. I had to do videos that were going to pay off, right? And I didn't think that a cardboard challenge would be a good choice. Now that I'm getting into an area where I can do videos more for the enjoyment of doing them again, which is where I started, I'm very grateful to be back at that point. Yeah, maybe. But I would say that is not on the imminent horizon. Extra just in case. Cool, thank you, Bernie. Then I will apply all the stickers from one sheet so the extras can just live on the other sheet. This is the part where Odin starts to try to craft a little bit, and he shuts up and gets quiet. This is why it's beneficial to have two people on screen, because the other person can talk while you're trying to craft. I am only putting on stickers. Yeah, this is cool. Real trick's going to see how well these stick after sitting in here for a week. I mean, it'll just be cold, but wondering how well these stickers are going to stick to the neoprene of the creature cast after a week or so. Because it feels like they're going to be just fine. It feels like these guys are sticking really well. Cool, I'm glad. Okay, extra stickers just in case, or you wanted to personalize your pack. Daniel Knight was watching something Evil Ted stream. I'm glad Ted's still streaming. That's good. Oni Gauntlet from Onimusha. No, I don't. Extra stickers like getting extra Lego parts. Yes. Nah, just multi-focusing. Thanks, Ace. Hopefully you do. I'm sure Thad is talking about me actually making more videos. Yeah, I do really want to make more videos. I've run through 6 different ideas of what I want to do, and yeah, I do. You kind of need to, you know. Basically, either make new videos or just let the channel go dark, Odin. Which I don't really want to just let the channel go dark, Odin. So it's kind of a just make some more videos. Oh, what's interesting is on the I wonder if there's more lights on this graphic, on this image that was sent to me, than what Chris has on his plans. So I'm going to put a sticker down here for an indicator light that I don't have. It's the slow blow one. There it is. Should be. Oh, come on, you are not behaving the way I want you to at all. Which camera am I on? So I've got stickers going on. And this guy wants to go down here. A little off to the side. Okay, so I'll put it here. So this slow blow sticker, which I'm sure is referencing a fuse, there's an indicator light on the graphic that I've got that goes up here. Is that even close to being able to be seen? Sort of. So you got that I want to point at the screen, not so you guys can see it. You've got that blue cord. So on that graphic, there's a blue cord that's coming out here and going back to the pipe that I don't have installed down here. And so above this sticker is a orange or yellow or amber light. And that piece of electronics hardware I pulled out has the lens for that light. So it looks like I'm going to need to drill a hole on these foam guys and put one of those lights on, because I would like to have that light. Also, I'm seeing that Moby sticker is red type on a white background, whereas that's black type. But I don't really care that much. We're not screen accurate anyway, so what does it matter? I'm really grateful that Moby and Bernie. I'm really grateful Moby made these stickers. I'm really grateful Bernie pointed these stickers out, because yeah, I'm happy with these. All right. So I got a button and this switch here, and those get intensify and activate. The intensify is on top, and that goes above the button. Yeah, one of the other things I'm seeing in this close-up picture that Bryce, I think, sent me, there's the mechanical lever for extending the clear tube at the end, extending the barrel. I didn't do the dust on this. That's not going to happen on these. That's straight up front. Let you guys know right now, the that barrel extension, that's not going to happen. Not with a lever that's happening down here. That's just not going to be there. It doesn't mean that the barrels aren't going to be able to be pulled out by hand, but they're not going to. We're not going to have the thing. That's yeah. Sorry. One little detail that's not going to be there. You're doing great, Mr. Odin. Thank you, Mariah. Multi-focusing, yeah. 4 stickers applied in 1 stream. I think you need to lie down after this. Oh yeah, you know a nap is happening. This is like work. Oh, it's so difficult. That's intensify and activate goes underneath it. Let's see. So we're putting, because I'm holding the sticker from the other side, I'll be trying to put this on upside down, which is a little weird, but really, it doesn't matter, right? Closer? Closer is better. Either of these never did anything. The fact that they're actual switches that click is fun. Hey, look, getting details. It's not just black. Still need some paint here. Or even if this was just touched up with a little bit of silver, maybe that's a good idea. Let's pull out the other intensify. I'm still really curious where the schematic sticker goes, because I'm not seeing that yet. I know there's at least 2 of you in the stream that'll be able to tell me. Okay, oh, I went and did this the wrong way again. So this is why I was trying to do the other one backwards. Now I got to come at it in some weird way in order to get intensify to go on correctly. So they can't just right click on it and rotate it 180 degrees after the fact. So that one down on the sheet. I've got one more copy of Activate. So I scratch the prop with a knife. Trying my best to not touch the back of the sticker with my fingers at all. I do not want to clog up the sticky of the sticker with my finger grease. All right. Look, that's like 10 stickers. Okay. Stickers. Oh, interesting. Thank you, Lewis. Telling me that the grips. Lewis, I gotta remember Lewis. Okay, so another good resource here. The grips that we've got that are currently black, they're supposed to be base brown painted over with black. So if I want to weather them correctly with brown peeking through the black, then I need to paint them brown first. Not sure if I'm worried about that so much, but that's really good to know. I don't have brown Plastidip with me. Right now these are just painted with Plastidip directly over the foam, so it can remain flexible, right? I can still paint them brown, but and then these guys go here, right? There's a set that goes on the bottom down there, and then when this tube is in place, catching the wire, right? No, I'm just not lining up. There we are, there we are. Goes through, up to there. So there's one that goes here. See, I'm a little afraid to glue these on without really double checking some resources. And then this one, are they both on the underside? Or is one's on the side? Is it like that? Or is it like this? You know, so I've got the one that goes in the bottom, right? Which I'm pretty sure is on the bottom. So you can grip it. And then on this barrel, does this one go only on the underside, or is it rotated to the inside? It's not on the outside, because it's held left hand, right hand, I'm pretty sure. Well, oops. I plan on sticking with stickers today and not gluing these on anyway, but, you know, it bounce around. So yeah, I gotta remember to write down Lewis's name here. The Make 'em Hard lever is the most tricky gimmick to add to the wand. Gotcha. Yeah, that's the... Because I can see the wand on the graphic that was sent to me by Bryce. But, yeah. Because that's to put the lever here, it's going to have a gear inside, probably, to basically something that pushes the... Yeah, just... That's not going to happen. Can I see how it works? Basically, do I think it's impossible? Obviously not. They did it for the movie. I'm not going to do it because I'm not trying to make a screen accurate pack. I'm trying to have fun. Rub them up with a nice touch. Oh, okay. YouTube does not mean saying gun. No, it doesn't. That's what Shady says. Rub them up, Bernie suggesting for some of the silver. Schultz Division got a phone call. The schematic sticker, which one are you referring to? Yeah, okay. Well, I'm not sure how else to call it. It's this guy here. Well, it's not even on screen, Odin. It's this guy here with a little cutout. What's this sticker? Because it looks like a schematic. I mean, it's got a switch. It's got you know, it looks like a capacitor, a bunch of jumps. I don't know. And then it's got this cutout. So if I had a light source, easy. There's a cutout, and all 6 of them on the both. So the 3 that you can see on this sticker set, as well as the 3 on this one, all have this piece missing, like it fits over something or around something, and that's why Felicia and I were kind of wondering what the heck that was. And then this has got this one long red sticker, which obviously goes somewhere, but figure out where that goes. Double check that I'm not too far behind here. Damn, 10 stickers? Looking awesome. Thank you, Ace. Foregrip is on the side. Thank you, Lewis. I was thinking that's where it went. Front grip is on the side from Bryce. The back grip is at the bottom. The front grip is facing out. Facing out or facing in? Is it this way? Huh. Facing out. So it goes this way. Interesting. Okay. If I understood correctly. Again, write it down, SG. Yeah, pretty much. Foregrip is for 80s. Well, it says righties, but it's supposed to be righties. So Lewis says foregrip is bad for me because I'm left-handed. You make the lever. Because it seems like... Well, they're just switches, right? I could hit those with either thumb. That doesn't matter. Huh. Hey, who was the concept designer behind this? There's a lot of... because you guys might just know. The industrial designer who did a lot of the stuff in the 80s was, of course, Ron Cobb was one of the guys. Sid Mead was another one of the guys. Does anyone know who the, designer, who came up with some of the ideas, for this? Because I can remember some of the artists, and who was because you had Sid Mead, yeah. Ron Cobb was one I really liked because he was very technical minded to begin with. But both Sid Mead and now I can't remember the guy from Star Wars who's had his own books. Not Molo, who actually designed the costumes, but there was the one who did the Ralph McQuarrie paintings, Ralph McQuarrie. Yeah, he was a more high concept guy. Just kind of wondering if anyone knows. Oh, the schematic sticker goes on the side of the gun box above the 2 round dials. Oh, okay, thank you. 80s is appropriate since it came out in 84. Yep. Thank you, Dan Does Junk. Autocorrect this strikes again on Lewis, sorry. You could make the lever but not actually have it do anything. I do the same on my pack. Yeah, I'm not against that. I would have to find, I could make the lever, but yeah, not against that. Schematic goes in front of the 2 discs on the side of the wand, and one goes on the end filter. Okay. Sinbad was called in the design Turn A Gundam, the Mustache Gundam, right? Ad for Hero Wars. Okay, so which sticker am I putting on next? Why did I put the clapper valve on? One of the ones I can see is what I want to put on next, which I'm actually starting to run out of already. And what sucks is there's a delay. Somebody going, does it go here or here? Clapper, do. Wow, I can't see it. It probably doesn't matter, but let me ask, because you guys are here, and this is the best time for me to ask. The clippered, I keep calling them clappards, they're clippards, C-L-I-P-P-A-R-D. I got clippered valves, and I've got two different model numbers here, the R701 and the R331. And I know that for those who really pay attention, it matters where these go. And if I'm going to put the valve on the wand, which I'm only working at the wand right now, I got the valve that goes up here, right? It's really hard to keep that in shot because that's too much of a close-up. So, and in the image that I've got, I can read clippered going across here, and the pneumatic, or mini-matic, which is all identical on both of the stickers that I've got. But on this particular clippered valve, which is still missing the knob, that'll happen. On this particular clipper valve, is it better or does it matter if I use 701 or should I use 331? Just kind of curious. And then whichever it is, I'll just put the other one on the pack because I don't have a choice. I've only got 4 stickers. It's going to be one or the other. And I could probably just totally shuffle them. This one goes here, that one goes there. Who cares? But, you know. Dan Does Junk says, Ghostbusters came out the same year and month as my birthday. Sweet. Daniel Knight, 84, 3 years before I was born. Shocker only got a soap ad. Okay. Red stripe sticker goes around the end filter. Oh, okay. That's on the pack. Is the end filter the... Which one's the end filter? Is that this guy or this guy? So, what's a better way to do that with someone who's got a 30 to 40 second delay, Odin? Is the end filter the barrel piece that's at the bottom of the cyclotron? Or is it the piece up here? Or is it something I'm missing entirely? And then, yeah, here's the other clippered valve. So, whichever sticker doesn't go on the wand will go on this one. I can start putting stickers in the pack, too. This thing is way different than it was. This is great. According to the internet, the Proton Pack was designed by Stefan Dane and Ivan Reitman. Okay. The end filter is on the cyclotron. Thank you, Bernie. Okay. I need to pull up a picture of the cyclotron. That'll make me feel better. I like the little screen stickers, but I still don't know where those go. What else is coming up here? Yeah, Dan Does Junk says, I can tell it's less floppy now, too, because of the Creature Cast. Yeah, Creature Cast made a huge difference with this is the rigid Creature Cast we put on here, and it made a big, big difference. It's nice. So, this is the end filter. Does the red stripe... Closer? This is actually fun asking. I like it. Is the red stripe going to go here or down here? Because either way, it looks like it goes all the way around, and these are the only two places it can really go around, unless it goes above the holes. So I've got holes drilled, which you can probably see. I just can't with my crappy eyes. So I got the holes drilled in the pipe, and then I've got the foam on either side. So is it going to go top, middle, or bottom? How's that? Some way that could be answered. And then there's a sticker that's going to... And then there's a sticker that goes on top of the end filter, as well as the socket head screws go on this, right? Yeah, it is awesome, Dan. People in chat to help me out. Actually, this is great. I'm enjoying the hell out of this. Bernie is still telling me it's 701. I haven't gotten any different confirmation on that. Adam is telling me, depending on what pack you're looking at, 701 is on both the pack and the wand, or 331 is on the wand, and that sounds more definitive than what Bernie was saying. Yeah, I'll go with that. Who cares? So either way, Adam, you're telling me that the clapboard valve on the pack is 701, and the 331 goes on the wand. Bryce knew it goes towards the top. Oh, okay. So it's going to go around the cap, the top part, the part that sticks out, not... Yeah, we'll figure it out in a second. Okay. So 331 is on the wand. This one should stick really well because it's just painted PVC. Almost touched it with my grimy, greasy, dusty fingers. Oh yeah, this is going to work well. How am I going to get this long sticker put on without ruining it? Okay, if I can, I'm going to layer the sticker over the aluminum a little bit because it'll help clean up the aluminum edge. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so with the one in the picture here, the Minimatic name is up, which gives me that. And by putting it on that way, it makes it really hard to read and see which valve it is. So yeah, I can see how it doesn't matter. It's one of those. It's funny. You look at the labels on the page. It's like, which one is it? Because if I put on the wrong one, I'll be wrong. But then yeah, you're here and you can't see the detail at all, and it sure does. I mean, you can if you look for it. But all right. So I got that one. So let's get the 331 off the other page. Come here. Because blowing on it is an acceptable alternative to actually trying to clean it up with alcohol. And I'll put it on the same way so they overlap the same way because we're going to pretend like, something that was manufactured is consistent, right? So I've got my black clippered sticker just slightly on top of the silver because this cut edge will give me a much cleaner edge between the two of them. And that seam's going to poke up. That sucks. Oh well. Well, that one's a bit more crooked than the last one. The last one I had these two line up a bit better. These have got a pretty good chunk between them. Oh, and look at that. It's got wrinkles in it. Wow, Odin, that sucks. All right, are able to force some of the wrinkles out. Okay, yeah, these Moby stickers are pretty cool. I like the fact they're vinyl. All right. So I got those clippered valves on. Let's see how hard it is to put a clippered valve sticker on a pack. Am I missing anything fun over here? Oh, the grid stickers go in each hole of the end filter unless you use real mesh. Gotcha. Oh, okay, so the grid stickers I don't need. Sweet. So if that goes up and it's that orientation, then the clippered valve. Let's see, that's not going to be in shot. Let me get something to set this on. Pick it up just a little bit. If only I had a plan to help me out with something here. Me trying to frame up a shot because I care about the people that are watching from home, because I really appreciate the help. There we are. What's the buzz? What's this? Okay. Nothing I can take care of right now. Alrighty. These stickers are meaty enough I can just kind of hold them from the edge. Kind of. Still a bit worried about touching the sticky side and ruining it. I really don't want to do that. I lost my... dropped my hobby knife. Come here. Oh wow, this one really doesn't have a lot of space. I'm right up against the foam edge in the bottom. Oh, it doesn't have enough space. Come here. And I'm touching it now. Went against what I wanted to do. So looking at the wand and the way the clippered valve was, there's this piece down here that actually probably has some screws on it that hold this in place. It's how it's mounted. And it looked like the clippered name was, like the screws are going on either side of the clippered name and the schematic. So that's kind of what I tried to replicate with this one, because this one's glued in place. And I'd rather not take it off. I can. We talked about it. I'd rather not, because that's more work. So let me get the other one. Flippy. Odin, I can send you a link to show reference photos of the actual hero pack where we remember if you want. Yeah, that would be awesome, Bryce. I would very much appreciate that. Bit of heat for the wrinkles. Yeah, thankfully I was able to smash them out with my fingers. Is there any post today from Steve? No, but since I get the sticker on, I did find another thing that I wanted to share, but no post. Bryce telling me to use real mesh in the end filter. Yeah, my end filter currently has real holes, so I'm down for getting some real mesh put in there. I'll put that on really quick. Is that going to go on straight? Yeah, it looks like that's okay. And no, I don't mind that the seam is out, because it really makes sense to me that the name would be up. Oh, that one actually went on really well. That's a... I got stickers on the pack itself now. Yay! So on the end filter, am I putting the red here around this point and not under here, right? And there's physical holes, so we can put filter, we can put mesh in here later. But yeah, my red sticker goes around this part, right? I'm just kind of trying to confirm with a yes/no question that this is where I put the red sticker. And then I got to look to see, because there's one that goes on the top, I think, too. Cut. Thank you, Master Plan. Where are we at here? 701. Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Bryce. Post. I was new to post. Back to live. Send you a link to show reference photos of the actual Hero Pack Orangevale Murray if you want it. Yes, please, to both of you. Lewis has warned me that I put the wrong clipper valve in the wand. It will affect the nucleogenic conversion of the protons, causing an inversion to occur and release gamma rays and aid in total photonic reversal. I believe I got the right one on, though, don't I? Schultz tells me, tweezers! Yeah, no, you're right. You're right, Schultz. I didn't see them, but I'm doing okay. I've only touched a little bit. Sticker ASMR, that's right. My clippered cap is way short. I don't have any caps yet. Oh, I guess on that one. Yeah, on the pack they're way short. We can fix that. Yeah, about half an inch from the top. Okay. It is half an inch. All right, well, I had post. I'm distracted. Half an inch from the top. That is half an inch. It's also tapered, but whatever. I'm jumping the floor. I can't reach my rulers easily. Yeah, the entire raised piece that I have is half an inch, so it's going to go underneath my raised piece. This is why I keep getting myself confused. All right, so it's 1 o'clock, and I like to share and talk about if I happen to get any fun mail during the last week. And, well, no, I got nothing in the post. But last week, this is goofy to me. So, last time when Felicia was here, brought out the fact that we found, they're over here, and we got sidetracked for the entire show, found another PKE meter, not Neutrona one, another PKE meter. So I've got one that I picked up on clearance from Walmart, and then I just found one for $4 or $5 at the Goodwill, and they both work. So we had fun getting the toy belt clip off and plugging it up with something that we need to spray paint later. But now they actually fit in the holsters that Bryce gave us really well. So I'm very happy about that. I went back to the same Goodwill this last Wednesday, literally a week later, and in almost exactly the same spot, they had the Ghost Popper. And as far as I can tell, because of colors, this is the original release Ghost Popper, right? What is the Ghost Popper? But so this apparently is the original release from the 80s. The copyright on it is specifically the movie copyright. And I know the toy didn't come out in 84, I'm pretty sure. The toy came out a little later. This has a little bit of damage on it. It's had some other plastic leaning up against it that melted it a little bit, whatever. But what is a Ghost Popper? Well, aside from this, the Ghost Popper was made by Kenner in the mid to late 80s, and it actually came with 6 large foam marshmallows, for lack of a better term, that would sit here as storage, and you could put one in the end. And much like a modern Nerf gun, it had this plunger that you could, and it would then fire the little bit of foam pellet out the end at an extremely safe low velocity. And you could cut pictures of ghosts out of the packaging, so you had a little cardboard target you could do your practice with. But otherwise it was Kenner made role play toys. It was one of the things they did. They made the blasters, they made lightsabers, they made helmets, they made things that kids could put on to help reenact what they saw in the movies as an actual toy. And this is some of the stuff that got me into props, because this doesn't appear in the movie at all, which is okay, right? No one's upset that this doesn't appear in the movie, that this was inspired by the stuff in the movie, but the stuff they did make that came from the movie was always wrong. Like the toy Han Solo blaster, not that I ever made one when I was a kid, but I could see that the Han Solo blaster had to be made a little bit bigger in order to accommodate whatever electronics went inside of it, or whatever geared mechanism went inside of it in order to make it make noise. I don't quite remember how that one worked right now. And because of those design constraints of having the 80s, electronic technology or mechanical parts to be put inside of the toy, the dimensions of the movie prop had to be modified to fit those components, as well as other pieces would be reduced in size, not only to potentially fit a child's hand better, like the foregrip on this thing. You know, that's that's not even small, but you know, it's not made for my paw. It's made for something else, for somebody else. So it's scaled down. This would happen to the grips on some of the Star Wars toys as well, the ones I know the best, as well as by reducing the sizes of some of the pieces, it's less plastic, and over the run of the toy's life, it's going to cost less in raw materials to make these things. So the things get reduced, and you get scales that are wrong. You get the ratio or whatever the you know, it's incorrect, right? And as a kid, I could look at it and go, yeah, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong, and it bugged me. And so that was a start behind me wanting to make things, although I never really did until I got to be more of an adult. But I saw it as a kid, and it was something always in my head. But yeah, so you pull the thing back, and you got a nice sticker here that goes past these cutouts, and you stick your foam marshmallow on the front. This is about 30 millimeters. I measured it. I was thinking about trying to make a foam one, but I never got around to it. And then you just push that with some gusto, and it should fire your foam thing out the end. And that's it. That's the Ghost Popper. And this came out again recently in a light blue color to go along with the real Ghostbusters. Yeah. And looking back on it, I'm happy that Kenner, as a toy company, was willing to make things that were inspired by the movies, right? Like this wasn't in the movie. And there's a bunch of other little Star Wars toys, especially for the action figures. They tried to make more budget conscious, these little like $5, $10 vehicles you could put the action figures in that look like they could have come from the movie. They were inspired by the movie, but maybe were just off screen. So instead of being here, it was just over here, so you didn't quite see it. But it also just makes it a more affordable, smaller thing. And I'm grateful for that. I thought that was really kind of cool. And anyway, I was amused that I look up on the shelf at the Goodwill, and oh, look, I know what that symbol is. And I remember this toy, although I never owned one. This is the first one I've owned. So, yeah, we've got a Ghost Popper to go along with our arsenal of Ghostbusters toys. Yeah. And it was funny, I was telling Felicia about this on the phone when she called saying she couldn't make it. And she was again lamenting that she wasn't able to get a hold of a free jumpsuit. I was like, it's okay. No one minds. I mean, it is something to lament that you couldn't get a hold of one that somebody else paid for. That sucks. But, we're going to survive, Felicia. We'll get you a jumpsuit. It's not a big deal. And yeah, it's fun looking at Etsy in those places with, as I bounce around, the jumpsuits for things like the belt and the name badges. And yeah, kitting this whole costume out is going to be fun. And I've kind of, part of me looks at this and goes, I wonder if I could make, a Ghost Popper inspired by, but make one in my own way. But I got too many other things I'm going to actually do. I guess the only other thing I got that was kind of fun was looking on the Home Depot website, and I purchased, these are not provided to me by Ryobi at all, I purchased hot glue mini sticks. Who cares, Odin? Well, these are fun because these are mini glow-in-the-dark. I don't know if you can see that. You probably can't. But these are the mini glow-in-the-dark glow sticks. So these hot glue sticks are glow-in-the-dark. What am I going to use them for? I don't know, but I saw them. It's like, oh, I want those because I like glow-in-the-dark. Glow-in-the-dark's fun. So I've got some glow-in-the-dark glue sticks. What I had actually done is gone on to go buy the 48 packs, I think, or it's 96 packs, of mini glue sticks for cosplay repair because of how much of these things we go through. So I went and bought those, but yeah. 24 mini glow-in-the-dark. I think it's a 96 pack is what I bought. So it would be 4 of these. So it's a pretty good sized pack. But anyway, hopefully those will arrive this week. glow-in-the-dark glue sticks. Ghostbusters toys for the 80s. Yes, try a cat toy. Okay, sorry. This is what I get for not having... cat toys are 42 millimeter, but still. Not being able to have a co-host to help me watch chat as it goes by. So this is 30 millimeter, and the cat toy is 42. So not quite, but it's a sphere. So can we get a good seal? Okay, it even made a pop noise. That was cool. So shoving it in there, stressing the poor plastic that's as old as Dan Does Junk, and all right. Okay, well that convinces me I need to actually make some things because that cat toy went over on the far side of the. All right, cat toys work. Do I have the cat toy easy? I have to walk around and go find that one. Oh wow, fell in this box of disaster. Oh, there it is. Well, that was lucky. All right. Getting a good seal. Does cat toy fit in the top? No, not really. Nah, not really. Yeah, 42 inch versus 30, right? Or millimeter. But, yeah, let's smash it on there. So if you want to load your cat toy appropriately into the Proton Ghost Popper, make sure to insert it until the orange line on your cat toy is almost covered. Because at that point, you got the proper seal, and you should be able to, maybe if you're lucky, hit the camera. Nope! Not even close! Well. Ah, Louis Causey's, okay. Another 3D Pixel 8 ad. Poor Dan Does Junk. So he's got a Samsung device and apparently has no interest in changing manufacturers for his cell phones. But for at least 3 of the adverts that Dan Does Junk has suffered through, they've all been for the Pixel 8. That's kind of funny. JC Penney advert. Wow. Okay. Glow in the dark glue sticks. Yes, I'm glad Felicia's here. Yeah, sorry you couldn't be here to play with the Ghost Popper, Felicia, but the cat toy worked. Make glow in the dark glue sticks and make targets for your blaster. That'd be fun. Make the foam out of foam. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I just didn't quite give myself a chance to do it. Blimey, it must be Christmas, DJ Stumpy. Yeah, it's damn near Christmas. Hello, Will Connors. Thank you very much for the super chat. That's awesome. Merry Christmas. Thank you very much, Will. Yeah, DJ Stumpy, we're live this week. So I talked about this a little over an hour ago, almost an hour and a half ago, and I know Felicia's watching right now as well. But we're not going to be publicly live next week. Going to have a Patreon-only live stream on Christmas Eve where Shock Grumman and I are going to open up the last days of the Lego Advent Calendar. For those of you who don't know, because I know everyone else on the Discord's kind of got an idea at this point, Lego Advent calendars come out every year. They come out in different flavors. So I got the Star Wars calendar. Shop Gremlin got the Marvel calendar. And we've been going through day by day, opening them up. And we're actually doing them each day. We didn't do them all the day, all at one time. Actually opening them up and seeing what the build is inside, right? We both know that both these calendars are going to have Lego in them. What are they going to be? Because the whole point in the Advent calendar is surprise. Here's a new gift as you count your way down to Christmas. And so what we do is compare, like my day 17, I got the ATSC. I got the little Imperial Chicken Walker, right? Only it was micro scale, so it was it was literally smaller than a minifig, a Lego minifig. And that's what I got in day 17, a nice little build, put all the pieces together. I modified mine a little bit because it didn't have the side guns. I wanted it a little different, so I used parts from last year. But that's what I got for day 17. Day 17 in Marvel Advent Calendar was just Doctor Strange's cape. It wasn't even in a bag. It wasn't a build. I literally had more extra pieces left over. I had 2 from my chicken walker than the total number of pieces that came in Shock Gremlins build for today. Is the single most... It feels like the single most disappointing day that Marvel has had, but maybe not. I kind of agree with Brickset with their countdown that there was an accessory rack, or maybe it was like the arc reactor plinth or something. That's the problem. Nobody knows what this thing was supposed to be from like the 15th to the 14th, as a couple of days ago. It was just, it kind of looked like a discount version of the Doctor Who TARDIS console. What the hell was this thing supposed to be? And it had clips on the side. You know how Lego has those clips that you can stick accessories into and they hold on to it? Yeah, it came with 4 of those with nothing to put in them. So you have an accessory rack with no accessories. There's a whole joke in Wayne's World movie about a gun rack with no guns, and it's kind of the same thing. So yeah, Marvel's been kind of disappointing. So on the 24th, we're going to open up the 24th day. See just how disappointed we are with the Marvel 24th. May not be. It's the last day. It's probably going to be something really kind of cool. And then something will pop out of the Star Wars one. It could be on the box. Emperor Palpatine is wearing an ugly Christmas sweater. So that could be day 24. Don't know. If we had the city calendar, it would probably have been, Santa Claus. But anyway, we're going to open both of those up and then open up a gift that Shock Gremlin's been working on for quite a while for me. That's going to be a puzzle opening, nesting, torture gift. It's there's I think 2 actual gifts that are wrapped that are then put inside of a box that's going to be locked up or wrapped up or chained up that are then put inside of another box, and again is wrapped. It's one of those types of gifts, right? And so I'm supposed to open that up on the live stream. So this will all happen next Sunday, specifically for my members of Patreon, my members at Discord. So those of you watching right now, if you wanted to jump over to patreon.com/Odin Makes, you could get in on the Discord and you'll be able to see that live stream live this time next week. And then after that, it's going to be New Year's Eve, so we're not going to be live streaming. And then the week after that is the first con of 2024 for me, which is going to be SAC Anime. And myself and Felicia and Dan Does Junk, we're all going to be there. And it's really hard to do a live stream out of a con because it's noisy and distracting. So we're not going to be live that week. So the second week of January is the next time. Going to be back here with Felicia working on this project. That's like a month from now. It's the way things go. And that's also why we wanted to have the live streams be a little more flexible. But anyway. Yeah, so live stream today. Sorry that I've gotten really bad at doing any kind of social media to let you guys know that live streams are happening. That's bad on my part. Yes, Dan Does Junkin. At least Shop Gremlin got 2. There was a day where they got 2 of the Oki. I can't pronounce her name. It's the badass warrior from Wakanda. Got 2 of that minifigure in a day when you should have only gotten 1. So that was kind of cool. Bottle water dispenser with cup holders. Yeah. I bet the Mando is a minifig in the calendar. That's possible, Bernie. I don't know. I haven't seen that. Minifigs I haven't gotten yet that I can see on the box of the Star Wars calendar is Palpatine. There's an Ewok with a Christmas-themed headpiece. I think that's it. Because there were 5 things that I could see in the box that I hadn't seen yet, but the Chicken Walker was one of them. So out of the 4 that are left, there's a Star Destroyer, there's an Ewok of the Hang Glider, there's a speeder bike, and there's Palpatine with an ugly Christmas sweater. So in the next 7 days, 4 of those, that's what they're going to be. On the Marvel one, there's only 3 that we can see on the box. It hasn't popped out yet. And that's a table with food on it. And a Tesseract Christmas tree, Something else is equally exciting. Yep, nope, don't remember. But not a minifig, right? So hopefully Doctor Strange and Loki are going to pop out because we've gotten Doctor Strange's cloak, we got Loki's throne. So I really hope those two pop out in the next 7 days. But the only three we can see in the box, none of them are minifigs. All the minifigs we can see have come out already. So a gun rack for your gun rack. I'm glad Bernie got the joke. He's give you the clear box the cape would have been displayed in. Yeah, that would have been nice. Oh, Ace is saying bottled water dispenser. Ha ha ha! I'm cluing it. Ace is making a joke about my TARDIS console, the accessory rack. He sees it as a water bottle, water dispenser with cup holders on the side, which, yeah, okay. Good thing Frozen Empire comes out in March. Yep! You're going to need that time. I've got an awesome comment in acrylic that I can't read. Do I have the option to translate this thing? Nope! Okay. Translate selection English. Thanks for the content you make. Awesome. Thank you, universe. Thank you very much. Thank you for the comment. Thank you for watching. I didn't even know Lego did advent calendars. Do I follow the Lego Ideas site? Have I voted on anything? Yeah, I have on occasion, DJ Stumpy, but I can't remember right now what all of them are. It's been like train things and space things. You know, yeah, I don't follow the Lego Ideas site religiously, but on occasion I go over there and check things out. Good luck with the con, Odin, and Merry Christmas, everyone, and a good night. It's 4:27 p.m. there in Ohio. Okay, Austin Lips, thank you. Okoye. Oh, is that how you pronounce it? Thank you, Schultz. Schultz, man, has got much more culture than I do. And remember, everyone, to eventually leave a like on the stream. Eventually. Back to the stickers. Can I see any other stickers? There's none others that go in the front. We've got that whole dial piece missing. And there's like serious details missing on our build that I've got on this image. Okay. This is Odin doing an internet search for reference images because nothing's more fun than to watch your YouTube person use the internet. Good, I'm on the right camera. Got a bunch of videos, which I don't want to do videos, I just want to see an image. CMD store, Halloween in stock. I almost got a wooden foregrip. Prop Insider. Oh, here we are. One prop like that. Oh, okay. Oh, those are very different. I heard Captain Toy. Well, those tubes are different colors. This one's green. Oh, okay. One must be... Oh, I don't know. I don't know anything. Oh, wow. That's a different spot entirely. Or no, it's not. I just misunderstood where that part went. Maybe. Or they moved it. What are you talking about, Odin? So I'm looking at close-ups of... a lot of it is the manufactured... Oh, that goes there. A lot of these are the manufactured Neutrona 1 prop toys that I'm looking at pictures of. and seeing how things are done differently. There's the extendable lever that in the one picture that Bryce sent that is obviously in between the Intensify box and the pipe here. It's in here, but on at least one of them, it's back here with a bend. So it actually is, which that makes, I can see manufacturing wise simplifying it to put it there, but yeah, whatever. Okay, so Afterlife Plasma Series Egon Spengler's Neutrona Wand prop replica. Open image in the new tab. Is this at least a decent sized image? Yeah, it's fairly decent. Okay, so I can see where 2 stickers go on this guy. And yeah, okay. So I like how it's got 3 of them, but we're only going to use 1, I think. It's time for more ASMR stickers. Now the train's gone by. So what I'm seeing, got the wand, right? That's right side up, so now it's upside down. And this schematic truck sticker. Oh wow, we stuck these on our own way and I didn't leave enough room for the sticker. So I'm gonna have to go down a little bit because I can't put it here, which is kind of where it wants to be because we weren't careful about where we put our knobs. So I'm going to put it down a little bit. So right side up again. You know, 20 years ago, I was talking to my friend Steve Littman about building these things, about making Ghostbusters. So 20 years ago, I was talking to my friend Steve Littman about making Ghostbusters packs and making costumes. And there's no way this level of detail that we have now, we had available to us then. Yeah, so this is really kind of fun and a long-term thing that I've kind of wanted to do. So I appreciate everyone's patience and interest in actually, yeah, these are all identical. I'm looking at all the different stickers and these are all identical. Patience and interest in watching this thing come together. And I really appreciate the participation, especially today, from Bernie and Bryce and Lewis, with giving me more resources and more information about where to find stuff and what goes where. Because I've always enjoyed the movie, but I've never delved deep into the props and some of the things like I have with other science fiction. Like Ghostbusters was always a movie that I've just enjoyed, right? I can always list it up there as one of my favorite movies, but I didn't deep dive into it. So having you guys who have done that deep dive, willing to share information with me, I really appreciate that. Okay, so that's that. And then there's the Danger. This is not a toy or whatever it says. It's the Danger High Voltage 1 kV. Yeah. So that sticker goes up there. Ooh. Is that going to fit? Oh, nope. I'm looking at the wrong sticker. Okay, good. That's the little silver one. That makes sense. Okay. So there's 2 different Danger, 1 kilovolt. The electric shock hazard, remove power before repair or adjustment. So the little one goes up here. Okay, I can do that. The other thing I really like with what I've met with a bunch of the different Ghostbusters fans and Ghostbusters prop makers that I've met is it's really acceptable to make your own custom stuff. It's not like everyone has to be screen accurate and you have to be exactly right. It's okay to put your spin on it. Everyone just has fun. And I think that's really cool. You know, I enjoy doing things to the level that I do, but I can really appreciate that there's flexibility, and that's really cool. Danger! Don't put the sticker here, because it's the wrong sticker. Everyone's going to tell me you did it wrong. I'm way behind on this. Let's see. Oh, there's a bootleg Lego Ectomobile set that was checking out. Okay. Boo corporate Lego, but I hope you get the Loki. That would be cool. Right. Eventually, oh, I caught up. Okay. Ad Vixen. Train noises. Odin on the computer. Oh, boy, does this feel like 2019. Wow, have I been live streaming that long? Yeah, I guess I have. It's pre-pandemic. Yeah, I'm excited for... Oh, and you posted the patterns for the Odin scale fig. After the stream, sweet. Where'd the train cam go? Oh, that's the reaction for Schultz Division. Plug the hole because I got too cold. Right. It was always... I always had to set up the train cam in order to make the train cam happen. And yeah, it just kind of became... It got to where the train cam was having to be explained a little bit, right? Like we were getting questions, why are we cutting the trains? Well, everyone, Schultz remembers. The train track is right on the other side of this wall. It's maybe 100 yards behind this wall. So that was always fun, and it was always fun to show the train when it went by. But now that it's December, it is way too cold to pull the plug out of the wall because there's a 14-inch or 400-millimeter-ish hole in the concrete wall up here that was put there as a vent. So when guys were in here working on props because this has always been a prop room or a shop room. So when Duffy was in here working on what he needed to build, he could hook a fan up there to either blow the heat out or help blow the dust out. And I would poke the camera out that hole in order to see the train. But yeah, it's way too cold this time of year to let that hole be open. I saw hello from Argentina. Hello, Ezekiel. The liver is the pop merch for the tube. Oh, okay. Refresh. Close enough. All right. Durability test. 20 years ago, we'd be hounding you to make a robot squid for the Matrix or the dentist chair for the Matrix. Right. Yeah. No, the robot squid I liked. That. Yeah. Thank you, Ad Vixen. Lewis is telling me I wouldn't use the filter stickers. Wire mesh is better. Plus, you'd probably add a light inside for overheat function electronics. Yes, I want to put the wire mesh in there. I'd rather do that. Bernie's chiming in that customizing is half the fun with having flexibility on Ghostbusters props. Yes, Dad Does Junk made his own warning sticker telling people not to call his Gundam a transformer. Could lead to serious injury. Shady got a pixel ad. Western Union. Kings versus Lakers. Nimblue's got an ad for a pen, in case you didn't know and you need one. Goodlope is saying he's actually reading and thinking that Matrix Squid is a great project for next year. Yeah, probably not. Okay, so I got those two stickers on. Now it's time to go find another picture so I can put on the next sticker, which I saw. No, there's no stickers there. It still bugs me a little bit. I don't have the heat sink is right. But now I can probably cut some styrene and just put styrene on there. Okay. Yeah, I got most of the stickers on at this point, looks like. Got at that. So one of these pictures. Oh wow, yeah, he's got. Oh, okay. This is the Scratch Build Neutrona. Alrighty. Yeah, so it's the little red warning sticker, which is the little red danger one, right? So this is the same. Oh, it all says the same thing. It's all the same 1 kilovolt electric shock hazard. So that goes on the front of the box down here. Is that going to fit? That's way smaller on his than it is on mine. It's funny because his is slow blow activate. There's definitely a difference here between the Afterlife Neutrona 1 and the 84. Yeah, that one doesn't have that sticker. Okay, so there are no... Nice. Oh, okay. Huh. Just seeing variations. It's fun. Of course, I'm looking at a lot of products and a lot of other people's builds, right? So variations. Definitely see why one would pick one particular character's wand, one particular character's kit, and that's what you're going to go with. Wow, these are way simple compared to the... Yeah, that's way smaller. Okay, so on the Moby stickers, I've got this Danger high voltage sticker, and this guy is about 28 millimeters by about 15 millimeters, and it's going to want to stick kind of on the box down here, which isn't even on camera. So let's try camera 3. This is too hard to get to. It's going to want to stick down here. I said it was 28. That's not going to... That'll fit up top by 15. Man, that's going to be a tight fit in the upper corner of this with the way I've got this cut. But I don't have the ability to cut this down at all. Alright, well I got 6 of these. Let's see if I can get one to fit. Danger sticker also goes on top of Cyclotron. Odin build from Wish. Ready phone deleting my words. So, DJ, is that making a prop build for the new Disney movie? Or am I going to be making a Ruddy prop from the Wish site where you get, discount crap? All right, I can kind of get this to fit, but it is ever so slightly encroaching on the cutout here for the pipe. So this corner is going to have to just so slightly bend down. I can hear the rain coming. The rain's starting. That's good. Except I wanted to cut stuff with the table saw. So I guess I'm not cutting anything today. Really mash these corners down. Most of the sticker is on this foam panel, which this foam panel is ever so slightly more proud than the 2mm wrap that went around it. So this sticker is... Using my thumbnail to mash this on a little bit. Floating. A little bit on the edges. No, that should work fine. That's right there. Okay. Let's get this other danger sticker put on. But you're telling me the cyclotron. So I got the little danger sticker I'm putting on the wand. Lewis, the big danger sticker goes on top of the cyclotron, right? Is that even on screen? Sorry, guys. So something I can think about and kind of marvel at, appreciate Marvel, not like superhero Marvel, kind of appreciate is the fact that, so I'm working on a Neutrona one and a Proton Pack as built as faithfully as he could by Chris Hubert over at Lost Wax Oz channel, right? So I bought his pattern. Oops, I'm on the wrong camera. There we go. So I bought his pattern, and I even contacted him beforehand saying, hey, I want to build this on the live stream. Do you mind? He didn't mind. So got permission too. So Chris spent time to figure this out and to build a good-looking a prop as accurate as he could. And then in this case, we've got Moby Designs, who's made stickers that fit the full-size replicas, either that were made by other fans or fit the full-size pack that Spirit just put out. Although I think we purchased these stickers previous to the announcement of that full-size pack. And in tight little spaces like this, these stickers are fitting, which is really cool to me that these guys coming from completely different directions effectively, right? One wants to make a foam build for his YouTube channel. Moby wants to make stickers that can be used by people to fit their wands. That they've all got their sizing right based off of whatever source material they got a hold of, and that's cool. That's all I really wanted to say. I thought it was really cool, and I'm impressed with everyone else's efforts of putting things together for doing this type of stuff. That it's really pretty cool. Lewis says that danger sticker doesn't go there. Well, I'm late. That doesn't go there. Okay. Well, I found one that went there. There's 6 on here, so I'm sure it's not a problem to pull that off. Apparently, I'm either A, pulling it off, or this is what I get for finally going with finding a toy version. Building a 3 one for a friend. Oh, okay. This is just someone else's build and where they stuck it. I really wish I could just find images of the actual prop. And I'm not. I'm just seeing loads of other people's builds, or here's one from the movie. The new movie, anyway. This is from Afterlife. Which still, it's pretty much Spengler's wand, right? Or Egon's. It's Egon Spengler, right? I'm going to say the name wrong. Oh, is that where that triangle goes? There's a little tiny triangle on here, and that goes here above the pipe. Is that correct? So I'll pull the sticker off that I did wrong. But, oh, here I think I'm on a different camera than I am. So on the stickers, in this square, you can't quite see because I don't have it on frame or in focus. This is a little triangle, right? If the light hits it just right, you might be able to see how it's been die cut to be a triangle. And it looks like that triangle wants to go here on screen, kind of pointing at this, which is offset on mine. But it looks like so that's kind of looks like where that wants to go. Oh, it is offset. Good. So I'm just confirming that this other person's build from 2016. Oh, it's Hasbro's. Oh, it's from Ghostbuster fans. Hopefully that's where that sticker goes. I wonder if Ben E would have images. Ben E might. Adaptable Gamers is saying, everyone say Merry Christmas to Mr. Odin by dropping a like. Appreciate that. Bryce sent it to my email. Thank you. Little one, top right, a cyclotron. Big one on the end filter. Oh, okay. Adventures of Alex Stoner is asking what happened to Felicia. She wasn't able to get in today. She had something come up at home and just wasn't able to make it in. She called me to let me know. So she'll be back. We'll Alex Stoner, Felicia and I won't have another live stream until the second week in January, because next week is Christmas Eve. The weekend after that is New Year's. Week after that is that con. It's time for lunch. SAC Anime. So all those Sundays are taken up by something else. So it's going to be 4 Sundays from now, second week in January. That's when Felicia and I will be back here. Thank you, Bryce. I'll look at my email. Lewis says, I wish I could post pictures of mine here. Lewis, if you want to send me pictures, it's Odin at odinmakes.com. Odinmakes.com. That's my email. Send me pictures. That'd be awesome. Appreciate it. And Bernie tells me, yes, that's correct. I'm going to put the little triangle on. This is one of those things I remember seeing on the label. It's this little triangle. And I was like, where did this go? And it's off center of the pipe and off center of the flashlight knob. This will probably be the last sticker I put on. I say that. Don't watch me open up the email from Bryce. Oh, look at this! But I do have some things I got to get done today before work starts next week. This isn't a pure equilateral triangle. Oh yeah, that one's... Huh. Life, it sucks. Okay, so this danger sticker doesn't go here. Now we get to see how well the stickers come off of CreatureCast without using a heat gun. And now is the part of the live stream where we remove stickers. Here I am complimenting all these builders for making stuff that was compatible, and I was just wrong. Of course, I'm not wrong. I'm still really impressed with all these different makers that make stuff that work out together. But oh, that's got some serious grip. All right, no, that's got some. Yeah, that had some serious grip for a vinyl sticker. Yeah, Moby Sign Company. Equipment Prop Labs. He's got a ton of Ghostbuster stickers and a few other stickers, including stickers for the blue bubble lights that go in the Ectomobile on his Etsy. So Moby Sign Company. Definitely impressed with the quality of the stickers, the sticker stock he's using, the print, the fact that they're vinyl. Yeah. Don't touch it with your greasy fingers. We'll see how well these are still hanging around in a couple of weeks. These guys, having pulled off the backing and then stuck and now restuck to the backing, they may not stick around. Ha 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 ha. But, you know, I'm trying. We got extras, not worried. I got 4 more. There's 3 here, 1 on the other sheet that we haven't used at all yet. we haven't used yet. I got one sticker put on the Proton Pack. Got a bunch of stickers stuck and unstuck off of the Neutrona one. Successfully fired a cat toy out of a vintage Ghost Popper. Got confirmation on where the grips go, but apparently I'm not understanding how. I guess that's the way it goes, right? Like that. But yeah, Neutrona 1's happening. Everyone, I want to thank you very much for hanging out with me today. I really want to get some vanes put on the heatsink. For hanging out with me today and helping me through putting the stickers on when I just really just didn't know. Thank you very much to Dan Does Junk, who's come back again as a volunteer. Thank you, Dan, for your time. Much appreciated to be moderator here on the live stream. I want to thank you, Felicia, for popping into the chat and communicating with everybody. Bryce and Bernie and Lewis, all you guys, thank you all very much for helping to talk me through this, even though there's a time gap between me fiddly putting something on wrong, and you guys giving me, no, that's wrong. Odin, that was wrong. Anyway, thank you. Appreciate that. Definitely going to look into the email. So we go over here to email and see what we got for pictures. It's loading! Wow. Way to go. Both of you. Sweet. I got pack photos from Bryce. I got a picture of Bryce with his... that's cool. Let's just move that on over here. So we got a picture of Bryce and his comrades in their Ghostbusters outfits. That's pretty cool. Much appreciated. Now I get to try and use a computer on a monitor that I'm not looking at closely. Oh, I lost it. There it is. Okay. What happened? Oh, wow. Good lag with the... done fighting with that. Thank you guys. You sent me pictures. I appreciate that. I'm going to take a look at those. It's going to help a lot because I've had a lot of questions on where some of these details are going. Getting to do the fiddly final details of parts I actually enjoy, and I was stressing a little over where stuff was going. And every time I search the internet for Neutrona 1, for Proton Pack, I keep finding the HasLab stuff, which is cool, but that's someone else's interpretation. I kind of want to take that step out, right? So I appreciate getting the photos of Bill Murray's pack, the photos of Aykroyd's pack, the photos of the pack that you guys made. Appreciate that. Appreciate everyone hanging out with me this time. When I was the only one here, I had to carry this whole show all by myself. No, it's fine, Felicia. I don't mind. I'm not upset. Louis Cosby's got a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, and to the rest, have a nice day. Hope your weeks go well. Take care, everyone. Take care, Ace. Take care, everybody. Adaptable Gainers got a hi to Dan. Adaptable Gainers, Dan Does Junk, as well as Jerry Rig Props, right? Gotta get the right Jerry. The one that's here in the States as opposed to the Jerry Can cosplay who's not here in the States. We're all going to be at SAC Anime in 3 weeks. So in just 3 weeks' time, get the site done, Dan. No, it's okay. I gotta get signs done and stuff for cosplay repair. Yeah, and just like, right, 3-4 weeks, it's gonna be SAC Anime. We're all gonna be there. So if you are anywhere in the Northern California area-ish and don't mind a little bit of a drive, then come on down to SAC Anime. Please come on down to the Sacramento Convention Center, and we're gonna be upstairs and easily accessible. There's no plan at the moment to be anywhere else. What does that mean? Sometimes on Saturdays, I'll get asked to go and help judge the costume contest. I really don't want to go do that. I don't mind. I've done it a few times. It's certainly a way of helping to participate and pay back to the community that's helped support me so much. But at the same time, I don't want to spend 7 hours out of my con working on, because it takes about that much time. It's like 5, 7 might be an exaggeration. Doing the judging, because you got the pre-judging and then the actual masquerade itself, and that always runs longer than it's scheduled. So I don't really want to go do that, because that eats up all of Saturday. But it'll be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're going to be there. Felicia will be there at least one of those days. She's invited to come down all 3 if she wants, and you guys can meet everyone else, and I'm looking forward to it. So otherwise, to those of you who are on Patreon and are members of my Discord, or if you want to be, I am going to be back next week doing another private live stream right here with Shop Gremlin. We're going to open up the final 24th day of the Lego Advent Calendar here live, as well as I get to fiddle through however long it takes to get through this Christmas present puzzle box that's been built. And every time I say that, I think Pinhead's going to pop out. So that'll all happen next Sunday, but it's going to be an unlisted stream. So as far as being able to get to see it live, it's only going to be those who are members of my Discord, members of my Patreon. And if you want to be able to see that, please check out patreon.com/Odin Makes and join at any level. And I'll try, because I'm going to try and get that URL posted to both Patreon and Discord. I've gotten to be not so good at getting the URL posted to Patreon. I'll post it to Discord and then start doing the stream. And I forget to get it posted to Patreon. But next week, I'll try and get it posted to both locations just in case. In fact, I should probably post about it to let people know what's coming up. Otherwise, it's going to be about a month, and I'm just going to see you all again when Felicia and I are both going to be playing with these and seeing what else we can do. Godolip says, thank you, Odin. Love the streams. Just don't cross them. That's right. Don't cross the streams. Ad Vixen's reminding everyone to set your Santa traps. Remember, putting the coat on is a binding contract. Ta-ta for now. And Mariah Woods is super excited about SAC Anime. And hell yeah, it is a lot of fun hanging out with Mariah Woods and Adaptable Gamers. Both. There's 2 different people there. Happy holidays from Ace. Bryce has got a thanks, Odin. Gary Scott. Hey, Odin. Gary from Scotland here. Merry Christmas to you all. Just noticed it's been about a year since you've had done any standard props or item making videos. Any plan for these in 2024? Yes, Gary. I've had some weirdness in my personal life. I won't get super into it. But and the videos were a fallout, splash damage, to use a gaming term. It was a consequence of some of the weirdness that was going on in my life. That should be getting wrapped up possibly as soon as next week. And so I've really been looking at what I can do for getting more videos out. And honestly, at the beginning of this stream, we were joking about, not joking, I was seriously looking at making a P-tube for a video as like getting one done. Hey Odin, what's a P-tube? So on the Ghostbusters uniform, especially on Dan Aykroyd's, it's the one reference photo I've seen, there is a tube that comes off the left thigh of his jumpsuit, and that runs around and then clips to his belt on his backside. It's about 1/2 inch. It looks like it is 1/2 inch diameter, which is about 10 millimeter. Oh, there it is. It looks like it's just this same type of clear vinyl tube, right? Only it's yellow in color, like it would be a fuel tube. And actually, this is pretty stiff, so maybe a fuel tube might be better. I might want to look to see if I can't get a hold of some. But it's yellow, so some of these guys have given me suggestions on how to dye this tube the right color. So I would need to make the fitting that goes to the pants and so forth, and I'm looking at making that as a video. So, want it to happen. I've kind of missed making videos. There was There's some time in there where I really needed to take a break so my head didn't explode. But I think my head's calmed down, and I want to make more videos. And a very merry unbirthday, Dan. And yeah, P-Tube! And Dad's looking here, I just got back from a nap, and we're talking about the P-Tube again. Dude! How many costumes have a P-Tube? Alright. Clear tube is good for a Ghostbusters 2 uniform. Good to know. Thank you, Bernie. I appreciate that. We're still kind of going as inspired by 84, I think. Correct me if you want, Felicia. So I'm okay with trying to do the yellow tube. Certainly the latex tube is wrong because we can see it's not that wibbly. But yeah, that tube might be a little stiff. I might have to look into trying to find some fueling tubes or something else. Maybe. Chances are I really shouldn't. I should just go with this one and be done with it. Anyway, yellow RIT dye will work perfectly, Bryce tells me. I was wondering that if I could use the synthetic RIT dye. Somebody else was telling me about a urea medicine that apparently is fairly easy to find that also dyes the vinyl tube really well. Anyway, going to be working on that, looking at doing that as a video. And I really seriously thought about doing that as a video once Smooth On came by and visited, because they did. It's pretty cool that the local Smooth On representative from Northern California knows where my shop is and likes to bring people and drop by. So I got to meet one of the bigwigs from Smooth On this week. And yeah, so I'm looking at making a foam version and then casting it so I can make a rubberized Smooth On one. That'll be a uniform piece and a little more structurally sound. But of course, then I'm thinking, well, how do I do this if I was only do it as foam and not cast it? And so all those things kind of float through my head as video possibilities. But I gotta make the video. So need to go and work on that. I need to go and have lunch. I need to somehow get some wood out of the car and into the building without getting wet because it's MDF. Those are all the things I got to do next. I'm going to see everyone in about a month. Thank you all very much for hanging out and listening to me ramble all by myself and put stickers on wrong. Bye.